Hi, today I'm going to do a VR, the hashtag HowITarot, and it is a VR to the 3 Fat readers. So if you happen to be unfamiliar with 3 Fat readers, they are 3 tarot readers, Dani, Dustin, and Lisa. I'll have their channels as well as the original video from this VR, from this tag, I guess. I am used to making videos about makeup and beauty, so we call them tags, but in the tarot YouTube swear they're more called VR, so. But I'll leave all of the links in the description box below. And this is about how I do tarot, how I got into tarot. So let's just get into the questions. If you want to do a VR to this yourself, I'll link all the questions, or I'll write down all the questions in the description box below. So let's get started. So the first question was by Dani, and it was, what sparked your interest in tarot? So for me, it was astrology. So I got into astrology and I was learning a little bit about that, and I found myself wanting to learn more and wanting to see kind of what was going on astrologically in the sky, like at that moment. So sort of like a horoscope, I guess. So I started looking at YouTube, and then I found Bahati Life on YouTube, and I still watch her today. I think she's amazing, and she used astrology with tarot. And at first I was a little bit, I didn't really know what to think about it because I never really believed in tarot. I thought it was all a little scary, to be honest. So when I saw her use tarot alongside or next to astrology, and it was all very accurate to what I was feeling, I started looking up some more pick a card readings. And then those were very accurate. Mostly I watched Bahati Live, but I watched a couple of others as well. And that is kind of how I got into tarot. And I am the kind of person, when I see somebody else doing it and I love it, I want to do it myself. I want to learn it myself. So pretty quickly, like probably a month after seeing Bahati Live use tarot, I got my first deck, which I'm pretty sure we will talk about in one of these questions, I think. I honestly don't know. Oh wait, I have my coffee here. Oh. I barely have any space because I'm filming my tarot and oracle collection for the next video, so that's coming. So question number 2, do you only use tarot in your readings, or do you add in other forms of divination? So I do use tarot with oracle a lot of the times, and I also have them right here. My astrology dice. I really like my astrology dice. I'm trying to learn to read it a little bit more like quickly and easily, because right now when I throw something, I do have to look up some of the things, but usually it will come to me like intuitively. And let's see, what else am I don't use like charms because I just don't have them. I do like, I think like charm reading in addition to a tarot reading is really fun. But I don't think I use anything else. I'm trying to learn Lenormand. Wow. Trying to learn Lenormand. But I don't have any decks yet. So, question number 3. Are you a psychic or a card reader? I definitely see myself as a card reader. I do feel like the more that I am reading tarot and the more that I kind of get in touch with my own spirituality and my own intuition mostly, the more I open up my intuition, the more I feel like I'm opening myself up to other things. So I don't know how it is supposed to go with like card readings, but sometimes I'm just reading the cards. But a lot of the times, especially when I really get into it, I'll get this feeling like you listen to your intuition when you are reading cards. So I will pull a card and I will kind of feel like, oh, I know that there are like multiple keywords associated with this card, but it makes me feel like it's going more into this direction. And then I pull another card for clarification, you know, just to be sure. And then usually that is a confirmation that I am going into the right, like into the right space, I guess. So I definitely see myself as a card reader. I don't think I am psychic. But I am pretty intuitive and I'm growing my intuition day by day. Question number 4. Do you use tarot for anything other than reading? So for spells, altar cards, display as art. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, one time I did like a manifestation spell with, I think it was the 9 or 10 of Pentacles, and I wrote it down and did like manifestation like that. I don't use tarot for other things, but I have my Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck, and I have recently started using this deck because like I just got it like, I don't know, last week. I worked with it for the new moon, and I plan on working with it at least every new and full moon, maybe even every first and last quarter as well, because there are cards about that in here too that I find very helpful. Question number 5, have you ever taken a break from tarot? If yes, why? Well, I've only been doing tarot for like a little over a year. I think I started last year, September. I did have a little bit of a break for about a month when I first started, because I had a few decks. I think I had like 2 or 3, and then my boyfriend got COVID and we had to be quarantined for a month basically. And back then my boyfriend didn't know that I was doing tarot, so I couldn't really do it because we were both at home. We live in a very small apartment, so there was no way for me to read cards without him knowing. Question 6, if you could live in any tarot card from the RWS, which would it be? This is such a hard question because it's like every card, there's still, pretty much every card, there's still a journey to go. I do feel really connected to the Hermit card because it's a card of more looking inside, but depending on, it's like, do I want to live in the scene that I see depicted, or do I want to live in that stage? Because I think the beautiful thing about tarot is that you're not just in one place, there's always a place where you're going. So I find this question to be really hard, and it's also almost like a deep question, and I feel like I don't want to say that I'm not deep, I'm just not deep in that way. So if I have to pick like a major arcana card, might be the Hermit. And minor arcana, I think like the 2 or 3 of Wands, like right in that journey where you are very excited about something, about like your passion project, and you're trying to figure out what the next step is, and then having found that step and kind of like charging towards it. I think that would be like what I would love. Then question number, where are we? 7. Do you use the tarot in a predictive way? Do you predict the future? So I found this discussion that they had very interesting, and I think it was Lisa that I really connected with on that level, because she said, and this is what I think. I don't know if she necessarily said it this way, but what I think is that tarot reads your energies, or you can read energies using the tarot, because tarot is more of a tool. With reading those energies, you can see what path people are currently on, and if you go on doing things like this is what will probably be the expected outcome. But and if you don't like that, then what are changes that you can make? And then you ask another question and you are like, okay, so this is something that you can change. So that is more the way that I use it for predictions. I don't really do predictions. I do write the word predictions in like my zodiac predictions for the next month, but that's more for like search keywords purposes, more than I actually think that I am predicting the next month for you, but more like these are the energies that you can expect for next month, so you can kind of work with that, if it makes sense. So question number 8. Am I more intuitive, rote, classic, modern, mix? I find this a very complicated question. I think I'm intuitive, but very much based on keywords. So what I do in a reading is I pull my cards, I read what is in front of me, and then I go into, or like what I initially pick up, and then I go into either a guidebook or into I have my sheet with tarot keywords, and then I look at the tarot keywords, what other keywords really connect me to what I'm reading. so I can get like to a deeper level or to another interpretation like that. So that is sort of the way that I think that is a mix, I guess. I don't know what's classic, modern, road. I have no idea. So let's go to question number 9. What are your most consistent tarot habits? That's, I don't understand the question. And I don't remember what they talked about. My most consistent tarot habits? Like, I like to shuffle. I really love my Llewellyn deck. So here I have my mermaid. No, this is not the mermaid tarot. Yeah, it is. Sorry, it is the mermaid tarot. And this is like that Llewellyn cardstock that shuffles really well. So I love to shuffle with mostly like my Llewellyn decks. Those shuffle really well. I also have I literally have all my decks in front of me right now. I also love to shuffle my Afro Avatar tarot. That one shuffles really well. So that is like a habit, I guess. I don't know, like my habit during a reading? I honestly don't know. I'm still, because I don't think I'm new to tarot, but I'm relatively new to tarot. So I'm still changing my practice all the time. Not all the time, but it's still changing. Question number 10. Do you see tarot as a magical tool, a spiritual tool, a psychological self-help tool, or something else? I definitely see it as a spiritual tool. I feel this really helps me connect more to my spirituality and to my intuition. So I definitely think it's an intuitive tool as well. But also self-love, self-help. So what I have here is my Oracle deck, the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. And I absolutely love that one. I also really like my Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Those are like my self-love, self-worth kind of tarot decks, because I think tarot is a great tool to understand the energies that are around you right now and how you can work with those energies to maybe reach a certain goal or to go a certain way. And I think tarot is a great tool to find, or how do I want to say this? To understand more about yourself so you can kind of increase your self-love and self-worth. So that is something that I really like about tarot and what I hope to sort of achieve with this channel as well, which is why I've done a couple of self-love, self-care tarot readings too. Do you collect tarot decks? Why or why not? Well, you're gonna have to watch my upcoming video, which will go up on Friday, I think. I changed my schedule around a little bit. I used to upload only on Wednesdays and Sundays, but I did have a lot of content pre-filmed, mostly deck flip-throughs, and I didn't want like one other video and then a flip through, one other video and a flip through. I wanted more different content. So yeah, next video that's gonna go up is on my tarot and oracle collection, so you're definitely gonna want to watch that. So I do collect in that I have a collection. I definitely have more than one. I have quite a few. I do use everything. So I do use pretty much everything. And if I don't use it, I sell it. So that's kind of what I do. And then is this the last question? Well, there's a bonus question. But the 12th question is, do you have an aesthetic when it comes to the types of decks you enjoy? I honestly don't know. I think a lot of what I like is more modern art styles. So for instance, the Lightseers Tarot, I found this to be super easy to read with, very intuitive. What else do I have? I have my Everyday Witch Tarot deck. That is this one. That is also like a more modern art style. I really like that too. I don't know, I think I like light to medium. Like in darkness, I like light to medium. So I have one darker deck, the Dark Wood Tarot, and I just tend not to reach for that. And I also don't really like, when I look online for like decks to add to my wish list, I generally don't really feel connected to the darker sort of decks. I do have like, besides the Dark Wood Tarot, I have my Dark Mirror Oracle cards, but this is more like shadow work type of deck, and there's some really interesting information in the guidebook as well, so I find it very informative as well. But other than that, I don't think I have like very dark tarot decks, so I definitely am more like the lighter side of tarot deck. This is my White Newman that I think is really, really pretty. Let me just pull out a few cards, like very much light. And oh, I love my Dreaming Way. The Dreaming Way also has like the white borders, and it's so whimsical. I think it's beautiful. And when I first read with these cards, I found them, first of all, to be very harsh because they are very blunt. They very much have that like airy energy, which I really like, but it's very blunt, but also very easy to read intuitively. I don't know what it is about that. So that is the aesthetic that I have, I guess. And then the third question is like a bonus question. Do you personify your deck? So I don't give them like names, but I definitely feel like every deck has a different vibe around them. And usually I will feel like, oh, right now I want to work with this specific deck because I'm really feeling that vibe, or oh, I don't really want to work with that one because I'm not feeling that vibe. So I personify it in that way, but not really. So yeah, those were all the questions for the HowITarot for the VR to the 3 Fed readers. Thank you so much to Dani, Dustin, and Lisa for creating this tag, for creating this VR, I guess. Because it was really fun to film this video and to answer the questions, even though I didn't understand some of them. That might be because I'm still relatively new to tarot. That might be because English is not my first language. I guess we'll never know. So I want to thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more videos on tarot, definitely subscribe to this channel. If you want to see my tarot and oracle collection, subscribe to this channel because it's the next video that's going to go live. And if you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.